Hi, my name is Paul Metsa, and what I'm going to be talking to you tonight about is the INDIEgogo project to help me produce, support, and distribute a 13-song compilation record I'm putting together called Songs of Resistance and Resolve. Since I put out my first record in 1984 called Paper Tigers, all the records have been released on my own label, MaximumFolk.com. I've always included some socially conscious songs out there. Some might call them protest music. That's a little anachronistic of a term for me. But with what's going on with the darkening of our democracy every day, I went back through my catalog and thought what I could contribute to the forces of light would be to put a disc together with 12 or 13 songs addressing the social issues that unfortunately in this world never go away. We're going to be listening to a few of those songs, but I'm also very excited to tell you that I wrote a brand new song that we're going to be digitally releasing called No Kings, No Crown. I recorded it with a man who's become a very good friend of mine, kind of a Duluth legend, fantastic musician and songwriter named Alan Sparhawk. The songs we are going to listen to today, I've got 5 of them, are songs I've recorded over the years. So we're going to listen to some of these songs now to give you a flavor of what the record's going to sound like. And the first song that will lead the record off is a song I wrote called Slow Justice. I wrote it for the P9 strike in Austin, Minnesota in '84.
Not all poor men are honest, not all rich men are thieves. But the rich man owns the orchard, you know the poor man rakes the leaves. And as the world goes around, said all I want to ask is, if the rich man owns the land, why must the poor man pay the taxes? Why does justice go so slow? Slow justice slowly goes. Poor means stop and rich means go. Slow justice slowly goes.
And as the road goes around, all I want to ask is if the rich man owns the land, why must the poor man pay the taxes? Here's kind of the Rolling Stones rocker with Bucky Baxter, very talented, called Another Man's Chains. Here's a song I wrote in 1992 for my mother and my grandma. It's called Walking in a Woman's World.
Kitty Genovese was walking home one night. Stranger on Queens Boulevard asked her for a light. She said no and he struck her down. As 38 looked on, now those 38 still hear her cry. Since Kitty has passed on, she ain't safe in a straight line. She ain't safe around. She ain't safe on an airplane. She ain't safe on the ground. Because my grandma was once just a girl. And I walked
the women take over. Men have done enough damage. Here's a song I recorded with Willie Walker and the Sounds of Blackness.
Charlottesville, Virginia, August 12th of 17. Emancipation Park, where Dixie flags flew across the village green. 4 wheels of hate down 4th Street raced, where Heather Heyer died. Now her Blue Ridge Mountain Angel voice forever magnified, forever magnified. I ain't gonna whistle Dixie anymore. I ain't gonna whistle Dixie anymore. Well, that song of the man in black, deep in the jungle, must be long forgotten. I ain't gonna whistle Dixie anymore. Dixie anymore.
And this one of 5, the last of 5, there's 13 on the record. It's called Wall of Power.
There will be no power brokers, the wall of power will fall. Someday, the high and the mighty will fall. There will be no power brokers, the wall of power will fall. Well, someday, the high and mighty will fall.
Yeah, someday the high and the mighty will fall. It can't come soon enough. Now, I'm going to have all the details for my INDIEgogo campaign at paulmetsa.com. We're in the process of recording No Kings, No Crown. I would like to read you the lyrics to No Kings, No Crown that I recorded with my friend Al Sparhawk and other great musicians that should be coming out as a digital single soon. I wrote the lyrics and the music. It's called No Kings, No Crown. They're banning the books they ain't read, obeying the voices they hear in their head. They like to say they're more righteous than you. They're just fool after fool after fool. They banish the women, silence their voice, to close hanger alleys with no other choice. Handcuff the doctors and scientists too. They're just fool after fool after fool. They mask up like gangsters, roll up to your school, round up the students who have broken no rules, in farms and factories and the finest hotels. If your skin's coffee colored, you're on a highway to hell. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. They got alligator prisons, jackboot police. They'll grab grandpa or grandma, a nephew or a niece. That man selling ice cream, they'll kidnap him too. They're just fool after fool after fool. They pardon the criminals who beat up the cops, even those who pled guilty with flagpoles and rocks. Starve hungry children, steal their medicine too. They're just fool after fool after fool. They are robbing the veterans wounded in war, shut the suicide hotlines, slam the hospital door, call them suckers and losers for the red, white, and blue. They're just fool after fool after fool. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. Their God that breathes fire sets them up for the fall. Behind their halo curtain, there ain't no God at all. Think they'll get to heaven riding King Solomon's mule? They're just fool after fool after fool. If we stand together, we become bulletproof, like old Paul Revere, who shouted up to the roof, warn all your neighbors and repeat after me, 1 if by land and 2 if by sea. History will be recorded, and be quick to condemn the cowardly traitors, both women and men. But it's good to remember, and times this by 10, there's way more of us than there are of them. There's way more of us than there are of them. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. No kings, no crown, not ever, not now. So in summary, what I'm inviting you to do, and I sure appreciate it, is to support my INDIEgogo campaign. We're trying to raise about $10,000 to cover advertising, recording, publicity, creation of the CDs, hopefully maybe a songbook, and more. I've got everything down at go to paulmetsa.com to the INDIEgogo campaign. I've worked a lot for the community over the years as a musician and activist, supporting environmental causes, progressive political candidates, people in need, and more. And occasionally now and then I like to reach out and see if my community can support me so I can get something like this out there and go back out and support the community. So once again, go to the INDIEgogo campaign at paulmetsa.com. Don't let the bastards get you down. In solidarity, Paul Metsa. Check it out at paulmetsa.com. Thank you.